Alright everyone, so we had our first defeat last week, so let's try not to repeat that. Let's just try to stay strong. Our opponent over here is almost 1900. Let's play a white Philidor over here. Let's see what our opponent tries to do. Let's see what advantages we can get. Now in this position, I already like my position because my opponent played knight to c6. And these are never very good for my opponent because I just get free space on the queen side for no reason. Let's just try to get my e4 pawn defended. Now obviously my opponent's trying to play f5 here, but I don't think f5 is very good. First we'll kick that. When our opponent tries to attack us on one side, we just try to attack the other side. As you guys can see, we're just going to try to gain space everywhere on the board. And so my opponent goes for this, and I don't think this is very good. Now, how do we take advantage of it though? I think we just first take here. See which way our opponent captures back. He captures back that way, and I think we just put our knight over here just attacking e5. Our rook is defending e1. We have this threat in the future as well, in which we win the b7 pawn and possibly our opponent's rook. So we'll go for this. We'll take b7 and see how our opponent tries to defend here. I mean, how does he? The knight's stuck, everything's stuck. It looks very bad for our opponent over here. So what is he going to do? I don't think there is a way to get out of this predicament my opponent has. So he's trying to go for counterplay. And in this position, you know what, we can do something even super like BM against him. We could just play bishop e2 because I don't think there's a way for him to defend. So, but I think we should just capture here. I don't think there's really any threats our opponent has here. We could have done that. It would have been a lot safer. But here I thought to myself, there's really nothing to be scared about, especially since if we trade queens here, which I think our opponent has to do, otherwise I just take his knight. Alright, so he wants to do this. He lets me just take there, but I can just play rook b1 first. But no, let's just trade pieces. If we trade pieces, it's a guaranteed win for me because I am just up a piece over here. Alright, let's play bishop a3, pin the knight to the rook. He's very depressed here. Alright, let's take e5. Just play safe. How's this knight gonna get out? The knight is so sad right now. Alright, let's play bishop c4. I don't think he has any mating threats against us. Well, most definitely has none. So we'll be safe here. Alright, we'll play knight f7 check. Take his bishop. In fact, we can take bishop with check, so he has to take us over here. We're up a lot of pieces at this point. So let's play bishop here, threatening to take his knight over here. He says no. Let's play king g2. Alright, let's take here. If he takes my rook. Oh wait, I am still up a piece here. We're just going to convert this to a victory. I mean, not much our opponent can really do against this. And we won. Alright, so that was a nice game. Alright, let's go this one over here. An 1850 rated opponent over here. So, our last opponent, he messed up quite early because he put his knight to c6. And in this position, my opponent played his knight to c6 as well, which is not good. I think we'll put the bishop there. Now we can take advantage of his weak light squares here. You know what, let's play b4 first. Get a nice square for my queen to go to. These light squares of my opponent, not recommended to have. He's going to play like knight h6. Oh, he just lets me check over here. I mean, I'll take that. And then if I play here, he has pawn g6, trapping my piece, and I don't want that to happen, so let's just move our piece back all the way here. This is castle. I mean, this has to be good for me because, well, my opponent's pieces are very sketchy, let's say that. Let's play rook e1, play knight f1. I mean, how's he going to get his king to safety or to a good square? Alright, so we can play g3 here, but I don't know if there's a need. Let's just play knight over here, attack this knight. We can even play knight h4 as well. Knight h4 actually looks super duper strong, but I think we have to take here first. So let's play over here. Knight h4, threatening to take the bishop. I mean, threatening to take the knight. Opponent might try g5, but g5 I just take his knight. And then he's forced to take my knight, and then his position is very open here. Or I could try something else, but no, I think we just take here. Force him to take back my knight, otherwise knight g6 comes in with very deadly threats. So he takes there, and now I can play bishop here, get rid of one of his strongest pieces there. Ooh, he lets me just take here, so I guess I'll take it. Alright, now in this position, do we play f3, but then he has king takes g2? Do I just play g3, creating light square weaknesses? I think I do, because in this position, I'm actually... If I play g3, does he have bishop f3, though? That looks a little bit annoying. Though I think this is fine. I think this is fine. It's a little bit spooky, but... I don't think our opponent has any threats. Oh, if he plays bishop f3, I think I have bishop over here. So do I need to take this pawn? Alright, let's see what our opponent does. The thing is, my light squares aren't actually as weak as they may look in this position. Because I have my own light square bishop 2, he can always retreat if I need to f1. And my king is still not castled here. My opponent's king, not my king. My king is pretty castled. Right now I can play knight here, which is the move I wanted to play, or I could play something else. You know, I think we'll play knight here, threatening that threatening the queen, and then we can move our knight to h4, not allowing pawn h5. And then we can play knight here, threatening to take his bishop. And then we're also threatening knight g6 check as well. Again, our light squares aren't really a problem because we still have a light square bishop. If we lose the light square bishop, that's when problems do occur. Now, here I can just take there, or I can play knight g6 check. Knight g6, king g7. Which one is the... I think this is more important, to be honest. If I take here, then he has h4, though. Take, and he has h4. So what if I take, and then play pawn h4? Then he has queen h3. That's annoying. So if we take, pawn h4, we have... He's threatening some checks. Actually, what if we just play bishop e6 first? Or, like, rook here. I mean, rook d1 looks solid enough. Don't think our opponent can really do anything here. Now we can play back here. I mean, we can just let him invade, because I don't really think there's an issue here against my king. Because his king's going to be weak. Now, we could have just taken there, I think that would have been good for us, but I think this is fine as well. I mean, again, I don't see any threats our opponent has. I mean, like, maybe he can take on e4 now? No, he can't. He can't even take on e4. Because I have knight check and take here, and even if his queen gets to f3 somehow, that's just a win because my bishop can go to f1. Alright, my opponent plays that move over here. We can play here just trying to get a queen into the game. I mean, looks solid enough. What is our opponent threatening? Just trying to get here. Trying to evade with that queen on the dark squares. Alright, let's check him over here. I mean, how's he going to defend here? He can't move his king here, and then so he has to move it there, which allows me to just checkmate my opponent. Alright, let's do another game over here. Let's see how well we do here. Let's play knight f6. Alright, let's play Banco's Gambit. I haven't played one of these in a long time on this channel, so it's one of my favorite openings, because it's a very positional gambit. Alright, so our opponent decides not to take, and this is a variation I really like, in which we just basically pile up all our pieces to take b6, but never really do capture it until we have to. So let's play pawn g6 now. There's no need to rush to take on b3. And in fact, these positions, I don't dislike them, because I don't even sacrifice a pawn here. Now I think, do we capture yet? I don't know. When's a good time to capture? I think now we capture because now we can threaten to take on c4. I mean, if his knight goes there. Yep, I think we just capture it now. To be honest, capturing seems fine, but let's make sure. Or should we just develop our pieces? I mean, to be honest, there's nothing wrong with developing our pieces. Alright, you know what? Let's just take here first. And just try like play simple chess. Let's play queen a5. And then just, you know, get our knight to some nice squares. b6, e5. We're not down any material here, so there's nothing really, there's no need to rush anything here. While our opponent, he has some problems he might have to deal with. So let's play knight here. Might play bishop d2. Makes the most sense, to be honest. I'll be surprised if he didn't. He did not. Alright, so this is a little bit surprising. Now, I might have should have played knight here. That's the common idea in these positions. Let's just play queen here then. Let's just poke the bishop over there. See what it wants to do. He can't even play b3. Yeah, he has to retreat here, and then I have some random checks I can give my opponent here, which are quite annoying. You know, let's just give a random check here. Let's give him a little poke. So, actually, I don't even think that's even worth it. Should I play a5? Then he has like a4 ideas, and that's annoying. Should I play here? Just getting our knight to c5? Don't know, actually. I don't know what to do here. Our position just looks very strong, but how do we continue? I think we just play a5, a4 maybe. Let's just try to trade off the pieces. a3, I think I'm fine. If he wants to trade pieces, I'm down. He has like weaknesses everywhere. So the Banco's Gambit, one of those weird openings in which you're able to like trade off material. Like you're able to trade off queens and still be fine. It's one of those weird gambits. Now if I play here, does my queen get trapped? That's the real question. I don't think so. I think bishop c1 pawn c5. Actually, no, I think it does look a little bit trapped there. So let's play. Let's just play here. Rook a8, just threatening bishop a6. Again, if he wants to exchange pieces, I'm down to exchange. I need to get my bishop into the game anyways. Maybe I should have played bishop d4 check. Maybe. Possibly. Alright, we play back here. Bishop a6 is coming in. We need to play fast. Almost under a minute. Don't want to lose like last time. Alright, bishop a6 comes in, skewing the piece to the rook. Which is pretty good for me. He has to play queen f3. Yep, and we just take it. We can't offer the queen trade just yet. Let's double up over here. Alright, he attacks my piece. Let's attack it back. Fast, fast, fast. You know, now we can go for this idea, I think. Now we can even play queen b3. I mean, I don't think there's much of a threat against my king. Personally, like, I don't see anything happening to my king. He can go for as many threats as he wants. I don't see anything. My queenside attack is very strong here as well. So what does my opponent do here? That's the real question. You be careful about my king safety. I might not want to take on c3. Even though it does... do I want to take on c3? Actually, I think I do take on c3 if he just lets me. Yeah, I think in this position, I think we just take here. Maybe play knight f6 next? Yep. Alright, he wants to trade pieces. I'm down to trade pieces, my friend. He gave back his only advantage, which was his dark squares. Strength. Now, let's try to double up. Alright, we can force to exchange, but let's play here first. If he wants to take this pawn, I'm very happy if he takes it, because I get so much compensation against my opponent here. Alright, we got the open file. We kept it open. Very nice. Alright, let's take here. Let's threaten that pawn. He's going to move it up. Let's get double file over here. Alright, very nice. And now we just move the king forward, and we won the game. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episodes. We had three very nice, very easy games in which we executed, and we basically came back from my last defeat from my last video. Alright, we're now 18 out of 61, on our way to 2,000. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. See you guys in the next one.